Guns, gore, violence, sex. We love it all here in America. Well, maybe not the sex part. Hello friends, Laci Green here with the D-News update for you. The amount of gun violence we see in the movies has increased dramatically over the past 50 years. A new study published by the American Academy of Pediatrics has found that compared to 1950, the overall amount of gun violence in films has doubled. And since 1985, for PG-13 films specifically, the amount of on-screen gun violence has tripled. In fact, gun violence in PG-13 movies is even more common than in rated R movies. That's right, there's more gun violence in PG-13 movies than in rated R movies. I know, I don't get it either. The world is a very confusing place. Common wisdom tells us that when it comes to movies, Americans are pretty tolerant of violence and gore. I don't watch a lot of violent movies personally because they scare me, but when I do, I'm always like, wow, it's so graphic now. On the flip side, what we're not tolerant of in movies and what the researchers found increases the strictness of the MPAA rating is sexual content. There was recently a bit of controversy when Ryan Gosling's movie Blue Valentine came out and received an NC-17 rating for showing consensual oral sex to a woman. The actor asked why a husband murdering his wife or raping a woman can be seen by those 13 and older, while you have to be 18 to see him making love to her. Violence, killing, rape, destruction, all more acceptable than consensual sex, pleasure, and nudity. So there's your head scratcher for the day. From a scientific perspective, we have to ask the hard questions. Does this actually make sense? Is sexual content really more damaging than gun violence? In the report, the AAP calls upon 56 studies which have all demonstrated something called the weapon effect. What scientists find over and over is that even seeing weapons increases aggressive behavior in both angry and non-angry individuals. The researchers worry that all of this increased gun violence on screen, being absorbed into our brains, quote, may be strengthening the weapon's effect and providing youth with scripts for using guns or amplifying the effects of violent films on aggression, unquote. Lead researcher Dr. Daniel Romer suggests that films with lots of gun violence get higher MPAA ratings. And what about the sex? Well, in 2012, a study published in the Journal of the Association for Psychological Science found that watching sexual content in the media actually did influence kids' behavior. Fancy that! The media influences us! Who would have thought? Kids who watch a lot of sexual content had more sexual partners at younger ages and without protection. But unlike the weapons effect, this has not been established as a causal relationship. The researchers say that sexually active teens turn to sexual content in movies to provide a script for their sex life. So basically they're learning the rules and how-tos of sex from the movies. Anyone else terrified? Yeah, I think I've had enough horror for the day. So peeps, what do you think about the prevalence of gun violence or sexual content in the movies? And how about the MPAA rating system, eh? Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll be back soon with more D-News.